Hello guys, Talon again. Episode 3. We have got ourselves a very snazzy little cabin. We have got ourselves a nice little bed upstairs. Since the last episode, I've just spent the last 5 minutes having a quick reorganise. I borrowed two cabinets from that cabin over there, so I've had a bit of a shuffle around inside. Just got a couple of extra cabinets. I've started to organise things. It's up to you how you do yours, but I just find it's a lot easier. So the top drawer is anything metal. Middle drawer, anything wood. Bottom drawer, other bits and pieces for crafting, so components, all that sort of thing. On the right hand side is weapons and tools. That's going to have to be split at some point because we're going to end up with a lot more than that. This one, food. That one, very solitary, drinks. And this one, anything else, including car bits, which is the topic of today's episode. So, this little car here. There are 3 types of cars, or vehicles I should say, in the game. There's a couple of other ones that you see, like broken down vans and things, but cars, there are 3 types, and we're going to be going through the 3 of them in this episode. The first type, which is sitting right here in front of us, is the drivable type. That says it's drivable. How do you drive it? Well, if you watch the first episode, when you first see one of these, none of this will be filled in, it'll be empty of fuel. So you need to find an engine, find spark plugs, find a battery, find 4 wheels. You'll pick up other bits and pieces as you go along. Pay very careful attention to these, the percentages, because they do go down over time, and once that goes down to 0%, that's it, car won't run. So this one, we found some bits, the battery's okay, we'll find a better one at some point. We just need to get some fuel. Now, we'll go on a little fuel hunt. I know how to get it. But hopefully on the way I can show you the other 2 types of car as well. One of them you've seen already. So this is a good example. This one here is a drivable car. Exactly the same as that other one. Open the hood. Absolutely empty. You need to find everything for it. Type number 2 is this one here. That one there. So, clear glass windows. You can see inside. These ones you'll be able to open the boot. You'll be able to open the bonnet and see if there's anything under there. Note the fuel. No fuel in this one. But it's not drivable at all. There is no way that vehicle will ever see the road. Same as this one. Right, so you can open that, open that. Right, so fuel? No fuel either. Okay. The third type, which isn't particularly discussed very often, is this type here. Now, a lot of people think they're just static. Right, you can't open the bonnet, you can't open the boot. But these have a very, very useful purpose, which I'll show you now. If we change onto our axe, you notice our axe is on 97%. We can actually destroy this car in the same way we would a tree. The problem is, if I bring that up again, down to 95%, because you're hitting metal, the axe will go dead. See how quick that's dropping down? It'll blunt very, very quickly and become useless. You don't want to do this too often, but when it's destroyed, you'll see what we get, because there's a reason for doing this. Now, axes, once you've got a blacksmith, and they're fairly easy to make axes. Boom, there goes the car, and in return, we get a lot of stuff. We get metal scrap, components, metal scrap, components, metal scrap, components. You get a lot of stuff out of it, which makes it, and a spark plug, which makes it really worthwhile. So, that's only on the cars, and the metal scrap. That's only on the cars that don't have clear glass windows. So, anyway, that said, don't know why I'm keeping the gun out, because just in case I get attacked by a random bear again, we need to go and find ourselves some gas. Now you can, again, make yourself a gas canister. It's quite pricey, I forget the exact price. This one has got just over a litre of fuel in it. That's going to be useful. But if you've chosen that cabin, then I know where there's a gas canister. Which is... See the billboard? Aim to the right, there's caravans. By the way, don't worry about all that stuff you've just picked up, because, like I said, it can stack. Now, you can get 8 metal scrap, 8 components, so we've got plenty of space at the moment. So now we can actually have a look around here and get some other bits and pieces we missed last time. Don't really want the empty bottle. We've got a beef can. I'll get some nails. You can make nails easily too. Anything in there? No, that's empty. More metal scrap. More metal scrap. You'll notice now it's gone into a different pile because you only have 8. There's a car we could destroy, but we don't actually need anything yet. Components. Nothing in there. Around the back of this caravan here is a gas can, which makes life very, very easy, because it saves us using all of our hard stolen scrap on building one. So now we need to find some gas. Nothing. Well, there's that one back there that had a bit in it. No point away. No point. Nah. Pointless. That will be empty. 1.37, so we'll take our gas can, put it there. Same we do the water, which is fill the can. Simple. That goes back now. You notice this glitches out, by the way, until you put it there. This is 1.37. But never actually figured out how much gas that one of these containers can hold. Probably quite a lot, but again, we don't really need it. So it's at 1.17. Even more, better. Fill the can. Now, I've driven a car around for quite a lot in this game, and I've never once even come close. Sorry, I'm just looking at a starving. Right, let's eat that. Never once come close to actually draining the car of fuel. It's never even budged off of the first mark that it's gone on. So don't worry about only having a couple of litres of fuel in there. As long as you've got something in there, like over a litre and a half, it'll be absolutely fine. I just like filling it up just in case. Right, so we're at the garage. I think it's a garage, not quite sure. But I'm slightly right, roughly there. Never actually worked out exactly, but I just point in this general direction. I seem to see it all of a sudden. There we go, there's our car. Open the hood, put that in there, fill the tank. And there we have a working car. Now what I tend to do is leave that in there, or somewhere buried down there, because look at the amount of storage this car's got. It's incredible. If you go on a trip with this, you can bring back so much stuff. And we'll do that in a minute, because we will go on a little hunt. But, like I say, we now have a working car. How do you drive it? Simple. What I don't like is if we do the natural thing, open the door, and then drive, there's no way of closing the door again. It's classic early access. So what we do is we open the door, drive it, and there we go. So, start the engine, and away we go. So what we'll do is, we'll go to a place we haven't explored yet, not very far away. We'll go to the motel. Be very careful with these, because there's a couple of problems that I have with them. Every time you hit one of those posts, grind against a car, pretty much anything, you will do serious damage, and it's not uncommon to be going too quick to accidentally clip a car, and that's the end of this. It will lose the engine, or it will lose the spark plugs or something, and it will be stuck in the middle of nowhere. So let's jump out. We'll have a quick look at these. Is there anything worthwhile taking? So we're on a... oh, look, loads of stuff. We're on a bit of an outing, so we might as well bring back as much as we can. Loads of stuff. Perfect. That can stack with that. Ooh. 3.49 litres. I think we'll have that. That sounds good to me. Stop the engine. Don't know if you need to, but it's being polite and good to the environment. Right. Take that. Fill the can. Take the can. Now this is going to last us pretty much forever. I can't see us ever needing more. Now you'll notice we're saying about the glitch, right? So it's filled up the tank, but it's also still in there until we bring that across, then it's 0. So we'll leave that car there. I don't think there's going to be around to steal it. And we'll go on a little scavenger hunt. Loads of stuff. Wonderful. Right. What I'm just going to do really quickly is empty all this into the car, because I don't fancy carrying a whole lot around. Now you see the benefit of having a car with you is you can just bring back so much stuff. Oh, we're thirsty. We'll have that. Okay, could have had some water, doesn't matter. Right, that can go there. Stone, circuit board. So that's given us the ability now to pretty much loot the entire place. 26, yeah. I guess spark plugs are always handy. You never know when they'll break, so we'll take them. 10.9, I think we'll leave those ones. Those are ones I normally throw away. So this motel... Oh, so that's a very nice battery. This motel, there's not a huge amount here, to be perfectly honest. You notice, by the way, there's another 1.8 litres in there. We're just not going to need that much. We'll take that wheel, though. And another wheel. Perfect. Right. There's not a huge amount here. There's bits and pieces. It's not absolutely covered in stuff. I don't think I've ever found anything in one of the downstairs rooms. Well, from memory I haven't. Now, we won't be doing upstairs at the moment, for a reason I'll show you in a second. Because there's a different gun that I want before we do that. This little pop ain't going to do very much at all. Duct tape. Components. Yes, another metal. So the way I look at this place is that it's been stripped, basically. It's been an easy access place for other people like ourselves, and there ain't much left. Can you hear that? That growling. Now, when I very first played this game, that scared me. It sent a shiver down my spine, and I thought, oh my god, listen to that. It's like they're on top of you. Well, the thing is, they literally are on top of you because they're up there. Which is the exact reason that we are not going to be dealing with that in this episode. So, I will show you very quickly. Because we won't come through that door. There they are. Hello. Those are zombies. And they are lethal. I've got a feeling we could actually do the other rooms. It's just that. I'm sure it's just that room they're in. Yeah. Sewing kits. Very nice. They'll come in very useful when we do the archery stuff. Pills. Oh, running out of space yet again. Doing anything at the moment. Yeah, we could do a little bit of food. Let's get rid of that. I don't particularly fancy leaving a rag behind. Or a bandage. Oh, you know what, I think we're going to have to do a quick car run. Oh, I hate that noise. I have to do a quick dump because I need to get those bandages and things. Right, more wheels. My last run through, it ended up at the point where I had 3 cars, all working set outside. You end up with so many bits for them, it is ridiculous. But the very first time you go through this, you're like, oh my god, where are the spark plugs? Well, when you know that they're just literally under the bonnet of cars, they're actually very easy to find. So, let's go and just grab the last few bits. What's that? Nothing else in there. Empty. Yeah. Oh, rag. Pills. Still don't really want the empty bottles yet. I suppose we could take a couple. We've got here another chocolate bar, another car battery. What's that car battery like? 78? Very nice. It's okay. Apart from zombie heaven next door, I think that will actually do it for this place. We'll come back and get them when we get a shotgun. We need to drive, start the engine. So, that concludes this tutorial for vehicles. Don't think there's anything I haven't mentioned. I mean, say just, in fact, when we get back I will show you something very, very quickly. Gone too far. It's one of those things where you're driving a car, just things go so much quicker. Virtually the entire game just goes by in an instant compared to running and stamina and ugh. Right, head this way slightly. Through the woods. I'm sure there is an easy way to get this cabin, I just never actually figured it out. There we go. Park up neat next to the house, engine stop, out the car, and there we go. So, that's vehicles.